We're going to do a brief video on Algo Signals Trading here today. We're looking at rbamresearch.com, provider of exact entry prices for trading and investing. Our algorithms produce algorithmically generated longs and shorts every day before 7 a.m. for stocks, forex, cryptos, and futures. In a minute, we're going to log in and show you exactly how to do some algo trading with the signals we provide. Again, these signals you can get 100% free, no credit card required, by just logging in. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I'm logged in, and now we can take a look at this sheet for Algo Signals Trading. Again, we're on rbamresearch.com. This sheet is updated every morning, Monday through Friday, by 7 a.m. As you can see, this particular one's good for June 3rd, and they do expire every day. You can take a look across the top here. We have the ticker symbol and the holding periods. For particularly for stocks, we have 1, 5, and 20-day holding periods. And for the remainder of the items we cover, the forex, crypto, futures, we have 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20-day holding periods. If we take a look down here real quick, we can see all these zeros today mean there's no entry positions for stocks, no entry prices for stocks. That happens once or twice a week. Normally you'll get 75 to 90% of these populated with buy prices, but this particular day on these stocks it showed no entry prices. Keep in mind, we're just showing about 10 stocks here. We on our regular entry page, we cover 190 stocks, the most actives, and quite a few others, about 194 stocks we currently cover. If we want to take a look at what's actually going on down here, let's take a look at crude oil futures, and we'll see some prices. These crude oil prices, again, updated every morning before 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, and you can see today recommending a short on a one-day hold at 113.44. So basically how this works for all of these different prices, if your independent analysis said it was a good idea to short at 113.44 today in crude oil futures, you could do that and hold it with a one-day hold, meaning short today, close out end of trading day tomorrow. A two-day hold would be short today and close out the end, worst case, of 2 trading days, and so on all the way down to the 20-day period. Now, you don't hold it that long necessarily. So if you were to buy at 113.44 today, say at noon, and it rallied by 4 o'clock, you'd take your profit today. Same thing here on a 5-day hold. If you shorted today at 118.37 and intended to hold for 5 days, but got a profit by tomorrow, you'd take your profit tomorrow. So you take your profit if you get one as soon as possible. If you don't get a profit, you close out at the end of the specified holding period. Same thing down here for 10s and 20s. So what you can basically do is anticipate a one-day hold on the one-day column, but you can usually day trade. So if for crude oil futures, for example, if you get a price that trades through 113.44 and you shorted it, you'd probably be able to get out of that on the same day and day trade it. You should be prepared to hold it for one full day. And if you don't get a profit, you close it out at the end of the trading day tomorrow. But usually, if it hits your price, you're going to get a movement that's significant enough to get out. Same thing for the rest of these. Let's say you anticipated a 5-day holding period and you sold short at 118.37, assuming your own analysis said that was a good idea. You would take your profit as soon as you got it. So if at the end of 2 days you got a decent profit, you would get out. If you didn't get a profit, you'd close out worst case on the 5-day holding period max, and that's the same for the rest of these. As you can see, we cover the stocks, we cover futures, the most liquid contracts. S&P 500 is a fantastic contract to take a look at. We usually have we'll have either buys or shorts, not both, every day, and we usually have 1 through 20-day hold periods for the buys, and we usually have 2 through 20-day holding periods on the shorts. There's usually not a one-day hold period short on S&P 500, but this is a fantastic contract to trade, and you can usually actually day trade a 2-day hold on this S&P 500. You should be prepared to hold it for 2 days, worst case, and close it out on for loss if you have to. But if it hits this 42.04 today, there's a really good shot that you could close it out today. It's a great contract to trade algorithmically, this S&P 500. This is the E-mini futures on Chicago Mercantile Exchange. All of these are for Chicago Mercantile Exchange. We have the gold futures, the bond futures. The gold is a particularly interesting contract. It may hit it 2 or 3 days a week. In other words, trade through it. The price may trade through it. But if it does trade through it, you usually get a good move in gold. Same thing for the bonds. Maybe 2 days a week, sometimes 3 days a week, it'll hit your price. But if it does hit it, you usually get a good trade on it. The forex is much more active. We trade list the max of the major forex currency pairs. These are the cash forex, what they call the interbank market. And again, either buy or short is going to be listed each day for the major forex pairs. You can see New Zealand, the Canadian, the Swiss, the British pound, Aussie, the yen, and the euro dollar. If we take a look here, it's indicating on the euro dollar versus the US dollar a short at this price on a 1-day hold, and it trades exactly the same way as I just showed you with crude oil. We move down here to Bitcoin. We cover BTC for cryptos, and same thing, the buys or short every day. This is an extremely interesting contract to take a look at every day. Recommend you take a look at it every day, and you might be very surprised at how active this is and at how interesting it is to follow these prices. Again, you never want to enter the market using our prices alone. You always have to do your own research, but these are extremely interesting, especially for Bitcoin. If you like these prices, you can get them all updated every morning before 7 a.m. at rbamresearch.com. Everything's absolutely free, no credit card required. There's a link in the description below. Again, we cover 190 stocks, longs only, longs and shorts for the forex pairs, the crypto, and the most liquid futures. Again, that's rbamresearch.com. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that. Remember, everything I just showed you and everything on this website is for entertainment purposes only, including the entry prices. You trade at your own risk, and you should always consult a financial advisor and, of course, your own research before entering any trades. Again, you trade at your own risk.